uh, goal opportunities, and that's the difference between the mistakes we made and the chances they had. And there was a lack of attitude. Some attitude was missing in the first half. In the second half, it was okay. Mexico was on their own pitch. We had great opportunities to score goals, but we were beaten 3-0, and
Tomás,
that
buenas noches.
was
Saludos
the
desde
end of
Paraíso.
the game.
Acabas de decir el tema de la actitud en el
Hello,
primer tiempo,
Thomas. We were
pero
speaking about
lo que queda
attitude in the
sensación
first
diferente
half.
es algo que estamos viendo
The
en
feeling is
tres partidos
different, you know. What do you
en el
mean by
segundo tiempo.
attitude in the first half? Something that you didn't like? Being so aggressive, willing to receive the ball. We were hiding. The team was not as fast that the team was in the second half. It was a totally different team. And we practiced that, we trained that, we knew what to do, but we were not competitive enough in the first half. The second half was totally different. We were more focused, we created more opportunities, but we were not decisive. And Mexico was a very effective team.
Profe, buenas noches. Johnny Mosquera de Tigo Sport y JM Deportes. ¿Cómo califica este partido ante México
How would you
teniendo en
evaluate this
referencia los
game
partidos anteriores en
against
donde este ha
Mexico,
sido el peor
considering
partido que
previous
se ha
games?
jugado, de los que ha
Do you
enfrentado
think
realmente
this
con
was
la afición de
the
México
worst
y qué nos
team,
falta a nosotros para terminar
the
ganándole a
worst
México?
game against Mexico? What are we missing in order to beat Mexico? It was not a good game. We have played better games against Mexico, you know, but we were we were okay. We should have been more effective. The result could be much better, could have been much better. But we are learning experiences that we have to learn from, things that we have to evaluate and to learn. That's it.
Marvin Walters from Funside. Coach, you were in the game right up to the cusp of the halftime interval where you conceded two quick goals. Take us through the game, your take on it.
No, la verdad es que no lo he entendido.
¿Quieres
Sí,
escuchar la traducción?
a ver,
Can you ask one more time once he has the...
a ver cómo lo coloca este. A ver.
Marvin Walters from Funside. Coach, you were in the game toe to toe with Mexico right up until the cusp of the halftime interval. You conceded two late goals. Your take on the game, especially the first half?
Bueno, a ver, los dos primeros goles cayó en la primera parte.
The first two goals were in the first half, but not in the second half. It is difficult to concede of those two goals in the first half. You have to react to go out in the second half, you know, to react. But we were not decisive. We were not focused in some situations, especially in the set pieces, something that we had trained a lot. And that bothered me, the quality time that we trained in set pieces, you know, we were not able to take advantage of those trainings.
Hola, profe. John Arnold de Getting CONCACAF. Menciona el cambio que viste en su equipo, primer tiempo, segundo tiempo.
You were speaking about the changes between the first and the second halves. There was a message that you sent in the in the halftime, you know. What do you think that happened in that change of attitude? Well, we spoke about the things the way they are. I wanted them to understand what happened, what we had to improve the second half. You have to tell them what you have seen, what you want to improve, and the way you want them to improve that. You have to tell them you know you have to improve. You have to do this and that, and they were great in the second half. What they did in the second half, I really liked it. What I didn't like in the first half is that they didn't want to do what we knew they had to do.
¿Qué tanto pudo influir la ausencia de Michael Amel Murillo y de Edgar
How
Bárcenas
about
en
the
el terreno
absence
del
of
partido?
Murillo
Siendo
and
uno de los jugadores
Bárcenas
creo que
from the very
hizo
beginning
muy,
in the
muy
match?
buen noviembre
They
con
were
Panamá,
two players
adelantó
that were
y en algunos
great in
momentos fue
previous
incluso
matches.
superior, ¿no? O favoritos en ese momento en el área por el buen juego que tuvimos. ¿Qué tanto pesó la ausencia de ellos dos y ligado qué tanto influyó
And
la lesión de Bárcenas y a Coto Córdoba al final también un poco tocado?
Bárcenas, how about his injury? Well, Murillo is a great player for the national team. He's very important. But in the first half, the team was not okay. We were better in the second half. Those black man had a very difficult time, but he had a good performance during the game. It's very easy to speak about those that were not on the pitch when you lose. We have to praise those that were the subs, such as Cesar and David, that substituted Joel. We know that Mexico is a great team trying to attack them on our back, and they do the same against the US, against France, against Germany, and they are very good in 50-50 plays. I don't know. Jose, I think it's he had some cramps, and Joel, I don't know, something related
Okay.
to
Oh,
muscle.
last question right here.
Profesor, por favor, si soy imprudente, no me responda, pero me gustaría saber su sentir cuando
I don't want
el
to be rude, coach. How about the stadium? It was so full when this crowd kept that 1 minute of silence honoring your father. Well, first of all, I was not expecting that. I would like to thank CONCACAF. You know, it's a lot of pain. It was a sacrifice staying with the team. That's been beautiful, and I would like to thank CONCACAF for that. And that's it. It's a pity that
Thank you.
the
Okay,
team
we'll conclude
couldn't
practice.
win today.